Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Brian Schottenheimer's Cowboys coaching staff is starting to take shape. The Dallas Cowboys have begun the process of filling out their coaching staff under new head coach Brian Schottenheimer. According to Tom Pelissero of the NFL Network, the team has locked down its new special teams coordinator. Pelissero reports that former San Francisco 49ers defensive coordinator Nick Sorensen is expected to join the Cowboys coaching staff and head up the special teams unit. Sorensen has been coaching in the NFL since 2013, having started his career as a special teams assistant for the Seattle Seahawks. He later got promoted to the defensive backs coach before taking up the role of special teams coordinator for the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2021. In 2022, he joined the 49ers as a defensive assistant and worked his way up to becoming the team's defensive coordinator in 2024. The Cowboys were somewhat lackluster when it came to defending against both kick returns and punt returns in 2024, so it's an area they'll hope Sorensen can help make improvements to heading into next year. In addition to Sorensen, the team is also expected to make former Chicago Bears head coach Matt Eberflus their defensive coordinator. Pelissero reported Monday that Eberflus is interviewing with the team in Dallas and could be named as the DC soon if things go well. The rest of Schottenheimer's staff will continue to take shape in the coming days and weeks, with Dallas's offensive coordinator role still vacant. The hire of Brian Schottenheimer sent shockwaves around the NFL. In what seemed to be a combination of the familiarity hire and a trying to outthink the room hire, the Dallas Cowboys made longtime NFL offensive coordinator and the team's own OC since 2023, the 10th coach in franchise history. Schottenheimer has managed to stay in the league for a significant amount of time, over 25 years, albeit with a short stint at Georgia, and has worked as an offensive coordinator jobs for 4 franchises in that time. Nowadays, journeyman-style offensive coordinators do not tend to get head coaching opportunities, with owners and general managers opting to go with boy wonder, whiz-kid types like Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan, both of whom were under 40 when hired by the Rams and 49ers. Even this past offseason, both of the 2 other offensive coordinators hired this cycle, Ben Johnson and Liam Cohen, fall short of the 40-year-old mark, coming in at 38 and 39 respectively. All the while, the more veteran Schottenheimer will turn 52 this year. Amidst questions about the hire, Jerry Jones decided to clarify the reasons behind the appointment of Schotty in the team's press conference to introduce the new hire to the world. Part of the initial allure of his new head coach, according to Jerry himself, was understanding Schottenheimer's background and makeup, and having a good knowledge of him both as a coach and a person. When I was on the competition committee we had many times when we were together, Jones said. Jean, Jones' wife, knew Marty, Schottenheimer, Brian's father. We know what Schotty grew up around, not just from that but we knew. Cowboys predicted to make record-setting $150 million move on star. On the hierarchy of items that need addressing in this Cowboys offseason, which is off to a rocky start, finding a new head coach was clearly the number one issue. That's been done, with the team introducing Brian Schottenheimer after a less than thorough search on Monday. There are, surely, some major personnel gaps to fill, as well, and the Cowboys will need to be poised to begin going through those when free agency begins in just a little more than 6 weeks. A new receiver, a new running back, some defensive help, all should be on the table. But in both order of operations, and in importance, the thing the Cowboys absolutely must address next is a new contract for star edge rusher Micah Parsons. And unlike last year, when the team waited until the hours up till the season's opening, the Cowboys simply must get Parsons done quickly, because structuring his contract the right way, i.e., singing bonus, can allow the team to give him a major raise while also creating cap space. It might be wishful thinking, though. Jerry Jones is just not that creative in his thinking on contracts, and with Parsons in line for an especially notable contract, he might be as conservative as ever this time around. That's because Parsons is predicted to land not only a significant raise, but also the biggest contract a defensive player has ever been given, eclipsing the $34 million per year the 49ers paid Nick Bosa. That's from the NFL contract expert site Spotrac, which has the Cowboys given Parsons 4 years and $150 million, at an annual value of $37.5 million. Here's what site managing editor Mike Giannitti had to say on the subject. Parsons produced 12 sacks, 43 tackles, and 2 forced fumbles in just 13 games for the Cowboys last season and will enter a contract year in 2025, fully guaranteed $24 million fifth-year option salary. He's been one of the game's most productive edge defenders since stepping onto the field back in 2021, and should be of Dallas' top priority signings this offseason. Giannitti points out that there will be several other top pass rushers looking for new deals, including Myles Garrett of the Browns, Max Crosby of the Raiders, and T.J. Watt of the Steelers. So, again, the Cowboys would be wise to move quickly on Parsons and have him set a bar that others will need to surpass. Otherwise, the Cowboys risk letting the Browns or Raiders give out hefty new contracts, and it will be up to Dallas to pay Parsons more. That's what happened with both Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb last offseason. Giving Parsons a fair but sizable raise, with much of the first year tied up in a signing bonus, would ensure that Dallas keeps Parsons in place at the going rate and creates some cap saps to make other additions. That's how most teams would handle the situation. The Cowboys, in recent years, have not acted like most teams, however. Deion Sanders sends convenient message amid awkward Jerry Jones press conference. On Monday afternoon, the Dallas Cowboys held an introductory press conference for new head coach Brian Schottenheimer that included an 11-minute rant from owner Jerry Jones when asked about the new coach's qualifications. Jones eventually did answer the question regarding his new coach's lack of head coaching experience. He's got those skills, he's done that. In particular, he's uniquely qualified to coach Dak Prescott, Jones said. Schotty's been doing this 25 years, he's got tons of experience, he's dealt with many players and quarterbacks, it's just a rare situation, that's why I took it for the Cowboys. Jones admitted the Cowboys took a risk in hiring Schotty. If you don't think I can operate out of my comfort zone, you're so wrong, the owner told reporters. This is as big a risk as you could take, no head coaching experience. The hiring of Schottenheimer comes after the Cowboys couldn't reach an agreement with former head coach Mike McCarthy, which left the franchise a week behind other NFL teams on the head coaching hunt. At one point the Cowboys were linked to Colorado head coach Deion Sanders, who conveniently tweeted a message right after the team's press conference on Monday. The greatest job security in the world is performance. You need to do what you do at an extreme level, under pressure, when you don't feel up to it and when others delight in seeing you fail. That's when you separate yourself and identify to others that you are the one. Perform, Sanders said on social media. Both Sanders and the Buffaloes along with Jones and the Cowboys head into uncertain futures as Sanders searches for a new starting quarterback and Jones kicks off the Schottenheimer era. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Deion Sanders? Leave your opinion in the comments.